Good evening, and today we're enjoying another set of games, Team Saphira against the PENTA Sports ProDotA Cup. I'm Vate. Let's begin. So here we can see that the Team Saphira is playing without their core important player. They're playing without their captain. They're playing against the without the German player. And the Luft is being the captain for the Team Saphira today. We already saw a beautiful comeback today by the Double Dimension in the previous series, and now the plank of how high the skill of the game is really high, and we hope that in this game we also will see a real fights, a beautiful symphony of skills, and a lot of effort to the win. According to the picks, the PENTA esports, they are preferring a bit of a more aggressive play style. They picked up the Clockwork, who can both be an offlaner, and the Queen of Pain, who can be a very strong mid laner, who can be really efficient in the mid lane. But the problem with the Queen of Pain that you can win the lane with it, but it's really hard to win the game. Team Saphira going for the a little bit more stable type of gameplay. They are playing with the Magnuson power, which secures the farm, and the right click power for the whole team. They're also picking up Dazzle as a position 5 support, who will help to increase the damage from the right clicks and to improve the way how Magnus works and how the right click carry will work. In this game, probably we will see the massive minus armor strat, but it is a little bit too much to the YOLO side, yet it is a kind of a cheesy picks. If they are working out, if they're being played properly, it is an easy game. PENTA Esports picking up the Disruptor. We haven't seen the Disruptor that much, but it's still one of the strongest supports, at least in my opinion. He's having an amazing spells to keep people in place, to disable casters. And he's really strong on the lane, plus with the ability of the Thunder Strike, it's really easy to keep the, for example, Magnus away if you see him in range, so he won't be able to blink in and the RP, and he can bring a lot of troublesome situations for the Team Saphira initiations. Also, it is a great follow-up with the Clockwork, where every cog and the ulti from the Clockwork turns into a death pit, which is being filled up with the Quap ulti, and probably nobody is going to survive this death pit. But for this situation, Team Saphira picked up the Dazzle, and Dazzle is this kind of hero who will let the teammates survive in such of a death pit, unless the PENTA Esports will try to go for the Clockwork position. For probably Clockwork may roam, not go offlane. They probably may want to go for the Axe enable in order to deal with the Dazzle, but it is a little bit of an overkill. The question is if it is worth it. They're also picking up the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin can be played as a position for also, as we've seen in the previous games. It can be a good dual offlaner, but for some reason I get a feeling that probably we may see the Nyx Assassin as a more of a core hero. We may even see him mid lane as someone who will be able to stand against the Queen of Pain, because Queen of Pain is a really strong mid laner who can beat a lot of other heroes. And Team Saphira need to be really smart about the picks in order not to lose the mid lane. PENTA Esports are also going for the very, in my opinion, kind of an aggressive pick. They have a lot of heroes who can easily go in as Clockwork. They have a Night Stalker as the initiator, and they will have the constant vision advantage with the Night Stalker ability to see everything really far in the night. Plus they got the flares from the clockwork, and they got a Queen of Pain who will be able to be anywhere and follow up in every single fight. Meanwhile, the Team Sapphire, they got the Nyx Assassin who will be able to scout a lot with the Vendetta. Right now it feels like both teams are kind of on the fighting side, and they will prefer to fight more than farm, but we already seen in the previous games with M19 and Double Dimension that even though M19 got the huge advantage, they didn't manage to crack the high ground defense. They kept on farming instead of fighting, and they ended up losing the game because of this. So we'll probably see here we won't see a lot of farm, we will see more of the fights, especially with the such heroes as the Pocket Magnus. We already saw what these heroes are able to do, and there is a lot of lockdown from the Team Sapphire side, so probably they will go for some kind of a really insane right click, and maybe even Ursa, but there is too many heroes who would be able to bully him out and who will be able to guide him, especially with the Disrupt and the Clockwork. Queen of Pain will always be able to run away, but the problem is that they got the RP, they got the Puck, and they got the Nyx, and as we've already seen, as we already know, Nyx with the Blink Dagger can be a great initiator, and with the Ursa follow-up, it's an instant death for anyone who will be unlucky to get into the stun. PENTA Esports are getting rid of the Meepo. Meepo is that kind of a hero who is kind of cheesy. Sometimes teams don't mind playing against him, but if you have a really good Meepo player, you always should consider probably letting him out, because it doesn't matter how much you counterpick the Meepo, the real good Meepo player will be able to play against it. And with the Empower from the Magnus, it may be a little bit of an overkill. Team Sapphire got rid of the Slug. Slug would probably be an annoying hero. Yeah, that's true. He kinda sticks to the theme of the fighting on the PENTA spot side, but he is also pretty good farming hero. His farming speed is faster, and if their plan would have gone a little bit wrong, they would have got the plan B with the farming.
5 seconds remaining.
And they are going for the classic Phantom Assassin. Pick up with the Magnus, they're hoping for the beautiful crits in the RP. Also, Phantom Assassin is quite good when you're playing against something like a squishy support. Sometimes you have the situation that you're playing as a maiden in the pub game and you're chilling, trying to support your team, and then you're being one-shotted by the every single dagger, and that's a little bit of a hassle. And I'm afraid that the same situation may happen to the poor Disruptor in this game. Also, with the Queen of Pain, even though she got pretty good stats, she's still quite of a squishy hero, and she may suffer from the burst from the Team Sapphire side a lot. The PENTA Esports, they are still missing the carry. They need to pick up something which will be able to both farm and fight. And they picking up the Razor. Razor is that kind of a hero which we already seen in almost every single game actually of the ProDotA Cup. And let's see how it will work out this time, because all the previous times this picks, this Razor pick was almost every time a winning pick. So let's see how it will work out this time.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
As we can see, the game starts with the nice Sokka and Magnus tipping in the mid lane. We saw each other and the Magnus is going for quite of a pretty ward. The nice Sokka saw that. They're trying to guess where the ward is. And probably they're trying to surround Magnus, but he got a skewer. It doesn't feel like he's in a real danger. But he is losing a lot of damage right now. There was already a friendly banter between the supports. Dazzle lost a lot of the health, but he already found the ward and he used his angle, so he will be full HP, yet he is lacking quite a bit of a regen right now. But Dazzle is that kind of a support who got the good stats and good ways of bullying out the offlaners, even though Clockwork got a Pullman's shield. If the Dazzle will keep the safe distance, it feels like the Clockwork will have the hard time. But there is also a nice Sokka on his side, a nice Sokka with the boots, who will probably do a lot. And as we can see, the Magnus is being actually quite cocky. He's not afraid about the things which is going on. He got the skewer, he got 2 smokes, and no regen. Will it be a... That's actually an interesting thing with the roaming Magnus. Personally, I never saw this kind of a thing. Clockwork is abusing his cogs in order to keep the lane a little bit closer to his tower. Luft is already standing here, he's waiting for the creep, but the Clockwork managed to block things quite well. He managed to do it quite well, and they are already bullying him out of the lane. Sonic is standing in the jungle. He's searching for the opportunity, but Boogie is playing really careful on the mid lane. Things are quite even right now. Feels like on the top lane the Skitter is not having any kind of problems with the Nyx, who is standing on the off lane. He can deal with him alone, and his both supports are kind of free to do whatever they want to do right now. But while Nyx Assassin is only losing his damage all the time, the Boogie is suffering much more. He already used half of his regen and he's only half of the HP, and the Saphira didn't put that much effort into this. Here comes the Magnus. He's ready to skewer him in. And it feels like the Boogie got no way getting out. He's trying to get out. Magnus got a boot and there is no way the Boogie is going to escape unless the Sonic... There is no shrine. There is no shrine, and Sonic will probably chase him down to the end, but the perma shield and the tangles are doing its dirty deed, and it feels like Sonic won't be able to do that. He's waiting for the Empower and he's doubting if she should go more, but he lets the Boogie go. That was a very generous gift from the Saphira side. Mastermind is not really enjoying his lane at all, though, even though Clockwork was bullied quite hard and they really made an attempt to kill him. The Nyx is suffering a lot. He's not getting even a single creep, and that's a little bit of an issue. But right now the Clockwork had to go to the base and he wasted a little bit of time, and he didn't get his XP. Dazzle got the level 2. He got the TP just in case, and on the top lane there may be issues for the Mastermind. The Disruptor got only the Thunder Strike, but it doesn't feel like he really suffered from this. He still got the Healing Self, he got a Mango for the regen, and the natural the regen for the Nyx Assassin is pretty high. On the mid lane, not much things are happening. Magnus is trying to find his purpose in the life. Probably later he will have to go for any kind of the Iron Talon or something to keep up his farm. Right now with the Skewer he's not really doing much, and he is losing his ability to get any kind of farm. He is desperately trying to search for any kind of a kill, and probably this kind of a kill may be the Disruptor, but he got level 2, he got the possibility to get either Glimpse or the Kinetic Field. Meanwhile, Bookie's taking his revenge, and the Mambas and Luft, they are losing all his mana.
Boom! There it goes.
They want to contest for the rune. But the Penta spots are kind of outnumbering. And here comes the cleave for the DNZ and the rune for the Magnus. But sadly, he completely forgot about the ability of the Night Stalker to use his wings finally, and that's the first blood for the Penta. They're trying to chase the Mastermind, but Mastermind is having a lot of the HP, but they're chasing him until the end. He got no mana at all, no HP at all. He's stunning, trying to get out. Sonic is going in, but the Skitter got a lot of the damage right now. It's really dangerous to trade hits with him. Luft is stealing the rune from the Clockwork. Both sides got the magic wands in order to deal with the a lot of spell spam, as for the rocket and the batteries and for the daggers from the PA. The smoke was failed. And it's like found everyone. Nine is also was a little bit bullied by the Night Stalker, but Night Stalker can't really kill anyone. He already noticed that there are too many people near the mid lane right now. And here comes the issues for the Boogie. He's slowed, being scared back. He's popping the batteries to get 6 stick charges, will be enough for him to survive. 3 seconds to the cogs. Was a little bit too greedy with the magic sticks, probably. He could have survived and locked both Magnus and the PA away. Razor is having some kind of a free farm right now. Nyx is also trying to find his purpose on the map. He's only level 2, and his only hope is to participate in some kind of a kill. They are baiting the Queen of Pain in, Dazzle tipping in, get a stun. Ult is being popped. The Quap trades for the puck. DNZ is trying to get, he's using his wings to get the Dazzle. Mastermind tried to block him out, but it didn't really work out. Clockwork is level 5, he's getting the rune, and soon he will get his hookshot. There's a double damage rune also here available. Probably someone will pick it up really soon. Clockwork probably really wants to kill the PA. He is already pinging at the Mambas, and the Quap and the Night Stalker are going on the mission. Actually, Quap decides to get her items back. They think that the probably Night Stalker and the Clockwork will be enough to take down the PA. Dazzle is really far. He doesn't have a TP right now. He also got no Grave. He's only level 3 right now. He's keeping his points open, depending on the situation. Right now PA is keeping up on the farm, but she is having almost the same level, actually, as the Rizzo. She participated in a kill. Night Stalker is in the position, but they probably know that the Dazzle was somewhere around it. It was too close to the tower. They're going in. Jabs is ready with the glimpse. Not enough for the range. Luft is damaging the Quap a little bit more. Sonic is waiting for the opportunity to just skewer someone on a cliff. They saw him, they noticed him. He can skewer out. There is a shrine available. Razor is going in, he's chasing him. Probably he wanted to drink, but now he tries to deny himself. He didn't manage to. Luft is going in a little bit too deep, trying to TP out, but there is a glyph, and he got punished for trying to help his mate -2 from this far side. Now here's a TP from the Magnus here. He gives the Empower to the PA and speeding up her farm a little bit. It is going for the same classic Drum of Endurance build. Probably we will see the Sanjin Yasha also. Falk is having a haste rune, and probably he will give an attempt to kill someone. Lesmon is really low on the mana. Still he got in drops and the wand, so he can afford trading Little bit of the mana for the harassing the puck. Right now we can't really say which team is having a better lineup, but if you have any ideas, there is a possibility to bet on the X bets, and probably Boogie should have... Oh, Boogie is using his hook shot to get out, and now the Magnus who tried to bully out the Boogie is regretting his decision. He's dying for the high cliff skewer. Oh, what a punishment. I think that's the second time where he got punished for this cliff skewers. Pop is going for the Veil, probably Puck is also going for the Veil. Both teams will have it. There is a lot of magical damage from both the Penta and the Zafira with the Nyx and the Puck casts. Teams are trying to get a little bit of the farm, and probably we will see more massive fights wherein the Puck will get his Blink Dagger. Right now everything is kind of calm, kind of chilled. We will look at the net worth. The both carries are having pretty much the same amount of the farm right now. PA got a little bit of a farm advantage with the Empower, which speeds up her farm a lot. 3 men in the mid, they're biting in the Blazeman. Blazeman got no mana, there is a Disruptor here, but he is not really able to help him. Invis, they see the Quap. Quap is going down. 3 men rotation from the Saphira on the mid lane. Nice Stalker TP down. There's also Clockwork. Boogie got a hook shot, but it doesn't feel like it is enough to kill anyone, so they're just trying to protect the tower. On the top lane, the tower of the Saphira is almost... Yeah, the tower is dead. That's the first tower which gone down. And Penta are opening up the tower score. They're opening up this place. This place is not as safe anymore. They're getting a little bit of more farming space for themselves. Up to get a level 6 probably. They will smoke right now and try to kill the PA. Yes, they are planning to kill on the PA. Waiting for the cop smoking up, and here that's where Luft should probably do a lot. He's already here, he's trying to protect his PA, but most likely he will be the first target, but they are waiting for more juicy one. It is the PA, they're going on the PA, the insane amount of the burst, and there is just not enough range for the Dazzle. He got no TP, he tries to run away, but it feels like it's gonna be the death of him. He's not really gonna do anything, he's using Grave, taking a little bit of more time, and just dying in peace. That was a good rotation from the... And they used the Burst Disruptor ulti quite efficiently. Meanwhile, Sonic is trying to farm up at least something, getting in power in 3 to increase his own farm and the farm of the PA. Mastermind sees the Blazemon. Keeping a track on him because probably PA wanted to go down on him, but he is out of the Vindera. Disruptor is standing on the position, but he's not having enough mana to fight. Bug got only 1k to the dagger, and soon in 5 probably minutes we will see a lot of things going on the map with this Blink Dagger. Penta slowly but surely they are taking more and more of a advantage over the map. They are not really afraid about anything what is going on. Next is probably saw the Night Stalk, and he definitely sees the Jabs. Jabs is in a danger. He's being stunned. He is being vaporized by the Phantom Assassin. Skitter is going in. He's taking all the damage from the members. There is still no empower. Sonic is trying to get this Skitter away, but here comes the Queen of Pain, and there is a huge advantage from the side of the Panther. They are diving in really deep, but it doesn't look like the Mastermind will be able to go anywhere. Will they try to get the Puck? Puck got an Puck got Veil of Discord. He is too far, and there are no resources left from the side of the Penta, but they are also managing to take the Sonic, who was there to help his PA first of all. And looks like the Luft is having issues. He got the TP, but Jabs already got the glimpse, and there is nothing what can save Luft from the death here. He's trying to buy some time, get away to delay the Razor getting farm again, and he's hiding. Is it successful? They didn't manage to find him. What a juke by the Luft! Most of us probably would have given up in this situation and already took the take the hands away from the keyboard, but Luft managed to juke his opponents and TP back to the base in safety. Coop got a haste rune. That's a good opportunity to kill someone. Probably they want to kill the PA again. She got an empower. She is on her almost halfway to the Desolator. And it will be a really big issue if she will initiate the fight first by wiping off the Disruptor, or at least taking the half of the HP of the Queen of Pain. They got nothing to fight against the Dazzle Grave. And if the PA will be able to jump in, and if she will get enough support from the Luft, it will be a really big issue here. They're coming in a smoke. They already noticed that there's someone in the Sapphire jungle, but they probably don't expect that there is so much more in the jungle. Their smoke got broke. They get no detection over the Nyx Assassin. The Mastermind was in a kind of a safety. Razor is going for the Sunjin Yasha. We're seeing the same old build, which is working in every single game. And Sapphira really don't want to give away the towers. They really want to keep them. The DNZ is talking things a little bit, checking out what's going on here, and he finds Luft, silencing, going in. Will there be a follow-up by the Blazemon? Blazemon is wiping out the Luft before he will be able to even grave himself. Pop is popping out the haste, and they're chasing on the Mambus. Mambus is trapped to the ulti of the Disruptor, and feels like the tier 1 here will also fall, opening up a lot of the space in just making the whole jungle available for the ganks. And with the Night Stalker and the Quap and the Clockwork, the jungle becomes a really dangerous space. And here the Buck and the Nyx, they found the Boogie. They found the Boogie who was too far from his teammates, and they punished him for that, but the Blazemon is coming in. You got a TP. One hit is going away. They keep on chasing the Puck. Luft is tipping in. Probably he will be able to save the Puck, and probably they may try to kill the Riza. No ulti. No ulti on the Puck. They can't do anything with the TP. The Skitter is just tipping out in complete safety. Probably they will take a shrine a little bit. They got no Queen of Pain ulti right now. But the thing about the Penta esports lineup, that they are able to fight probably much more than the Sapphira. Pop is also going for the Yules, and Yules is a really good pickup against the silences and against the PA, probably, who won't be able to fight. She won't get the BKB anytime soon. She really needs to finish her Desolator, but the issues about this PA is that she got 1.2k HP, and as we already seen several times with the Quap and the Disruptor combination, there is no way of surviving for her. So the only way to win the fight for this PA is probably to attack first. They're trying to damage the tower a little bit, and it doesn't feel like anyone from the Sapphira really wants to defend it except for the Luft. Luft is trying to push out and buy time as much as he can, but he won't be able to have any kind of graves or anything if the team is going to fight here. He can't join the fight on top either. Okay, got a hook shot. Keeping on Mambas. He got a 4-step and the Mambas is being wiped out. You want to keep on chasing, but the Mastermind got the Vendetta, so he is getting out. He probably got no detection. And he got the detection on the Night Stalker, but the Night Stalker is too far. And as we can see, the Clockwork got really a lot of farm, and this 4-step is literally doing so much right now with chasing anyone down, no matter how far they are. Baseman changed his mind, and he finally finished the Yules, and that's given him a little bit of a more survivability and ability to catch people. Also, it increases his mana regen, so that's a really good pickup. He also decides to finish his power threads. Probably he feels like he's lacking a little bit of the stats. There is not much wards going on right now. This one is not that casual, probably. People are searching for the wards, mostly in this area. And this one is really good if you don't want your wards in the enemy jungle to be detected. The Fury is also using not really standard wards. They don't give that much kind of a vision, but at least they won't be devoted instantly. They see the rotations from the mid lane in their jungle. They are giving a little bit of a safe space for the Mambus to farm up a little bit with the with the Empower. Night Stalker is using his hunting net actually quite a lot. That's a really new thing, and the Luft is being chased again. He is silenced, and the amount of the damage which is coming from the Penta side is really too much. Probably they thought that someone is probably hiding here trying to TP out, and meanwhile the Skeeter is aggressing a little bit too much, and he's being punished by the Palk here, and the reason and the Nyx, I'm sorry. He's going down. He tried to fight a little bit, but it was a little bit too deep, and he got instantly punished by the Sapphira. Even though they're suffering quite a bit from the rotations of the Queen of Pain and the Night Stalker, and the silences and the quick burst are creating so much issues for them. They are not letting anyone to run under the tier 2s without any kind of a punishment right now. PA almost finished her Desolator, and probably with the Desolator pickup she will get a chance to wipe out the Disruptor, the Queen of Pain, really fast. But Pop already got the Yules, and if she won't have a double crit on the dagger and on the first hit of a PA, there is a really high chance that she will be able to just cut her away, and the PA will be left trapped in the Disruptor ulti. Also the Usurp is a really good pickup if they want to secure things, and here comes the fight. They're trying to kill the DNZ. Here's a lot of damage coming in from the PA. 2-man RP, they're skewering in the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is on, she's using heals. She got a blink dagger, but will she be able to get away? She's trying to run away. Will they be chased? Boogie is getting in, stunning in the puck, grave on the puck. Pop tried to burst down. Will the Luft die? Yes, she managed to let him down in time. The TP was a little bit too long. That was unfortunate. And the fight where the Sapphira engaged on a Penta ended up into them losing their mid lane and a support. And probably it feels like they're also losing their tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And they're opening up a little bit of space, and Night Stalker is keep on chasing the Magnus. Magnus is trying to get his Blink Dagger out of the cooldown, but he got the constant earn on him. And now they're chasing Mambus. It's just some kind of a feed fest is happening right now. They're going down one by one, and the whole Sapphira team died one by one in the different parts of the map. Penta did not let it go. That was kind of a brutal. DNZ was running around getting every single kill he got, and he gave quite a lot of information about where every single member of the Sapphira is, and as soon as they could, they used every opportunity to kill so far. They are feeling pretty confident. Skitter is standing alone, even though he was punished before. He sees that there is no PA, that there is no one to punish him for standing so far, and it feels like the Sapphira already lost all their ability to farm their jungles safely, and here comes the issues. The PA finally finished her Desolator, but it doesn't feel like they will be able to farm much, even though they got empowered. Their heroes are kind of the heroes who really need some specific key items. Yes, Dazzle, for example, can survive with the boots on minute 40, but still we will prefer to see some kind of a force staff or the solar crest or something like this. They're smoking behind the puck. Probably they are waiting for the bait, or they want to take the Roche. PENTA should understand that the Sapphira got a pretty good lineup for taking the Roche, and probably the PA already got the Desolator. They got a good potential of fighting in the Roche, but with the Quap and the Disruptor ulti, they understand it. They found out that the Roche was being hit by the Sapphira, and they're bullying them out. They're letting them know that they are hitting Roche, and they won't let it go easily. Dazzle is going for the force staff to save his teammates from the cogs of death, and it's a really good pickup with a little bit of a health regen and a little bit more mobility. The Razor finished his Sanjin Yashin going for the BKB, and finally they opened up their own score on the towers. Mambo is taking the tier 1 on the top finally. Here comes the one-man RP, and the Razor is trying to get out. Here comes a lot of the minus armor. He's trying to run away, he's trying to use his movement speed, and he's surviving the RP, and the Puck's Dream Coil, and now Sapphira got no resources to be in here. And the DNZ kind of ruined the hook shot for the Boogie, but that was enough. Will the Luke be able to deny himself? But no, Blazemon is taking this opportunity from him, and they're also taking the Roche. Roche already lost almost half of its HP, and there is no way. Probably Sonic will try to snatch the Aegis, but Boogie is keeping on guard. He is there, he don't want anything to happen. And will the Sonic go for the suicide mission? The Boogie knows that he is there, and he won't let him go anywhere close, so Sonic is kind of probably giving up, or he's just trying another path. Boogie is defending every single corner and securing, so nothing will go possibly wrong. He's having his Aghanim Scepter already on minute 26, he got a 4-staff and the Medallion of the Courage also, and Clockwork turns into a deadly chasing machine even for the Puck. Pop is going for the Lincoln Sphere. That's quite of a good item for the regeneration, so she will be completely safe with her mana issues. She uses her spells a lot, moving around the map a lot. They're also fighting a lot, and it's really important that all the heroes will have the full resources to fight all the time. Mastermind got in Midas, and he's trying to give his team an information about where the PENTA is right now. Jobs is waiting a little bit afar. He probably waited that someone will try to take down the Aegis from the Blazemon, but nobody really wants to mess with the PENTA right now. The Fury are really desperately trying to get at least some kind of a farm. Buck is also going for the Dagon build. They got a lot of the burst damage dead, so he will be able to chase down probably on the Disruptor. Probably he will constantly try to pick off the Disruptor from the fight as soon as he can, and with the Veil and with the Dagon, especially when he will have Dagon 5, it will be a real big issue for the Jabs to stay alive. Mastermind is already scouting. There's a second double damage rune on the Queen of Pain. and probably it will be an attempt to go on the high ground, though it was a little bit of a suicide mission, it feels like, for the PENTA spot, because when you're playing against the Magnus, it's really hard to go to the high ground, and the Mastermind is sniping the courier with his Vendetta. Meanwhile, the Members is trying to push out with the Desolator. He almost finished his BKB. It's really close. Blazeman is having no fear. He is standing on the enemy high ground, completely safe. But the problem is that the things are dying too fast. They're killing the creep waves, and meanwhile, Boogie found the Nyx and punished him. They're trying to take down the Quop. Aegis is down, and now Quop is in a little bit of a dangerous position. He will try to blink out. Gotta blink out. And with no Aegis, they don't have that much courage anymore to go on the high ground. They gotta they got a PA with the BKB, who will have no issues jumping in anymore, probably. She became a little bit more fat. She got a Desolator in order to take people down fast, and the Skitter is risking to be dead here. The Sonic was following up. He didn't risk to try an LP. You see a Mastermind. They found Mastermind. Mastermind was sent back to the base, and that's a good opportunity to take someone down. Skitter is chasing. Unfortunately, the Blazeman didn't manage to get the Mambos. They're taking down the Night Stalker. Too much of a damage coming in. Two-man RP! Two-man RP under the tower. The Boogie is going in. The Skitter is popping out the BKB, and Mambos is separated from his team right now. But the Penta have to flee. Mamba got no fear. He's trying to follow up. They are letting the Penta go. And I've seen this thing already before, if we remember how the M19 were rolling with their Ursa lineup, killing everyone, and they broke their teeth on this high ground defense. And here we can see the pretty much the same situation. And the PA is that kind of a hero who gets a couple of lucky crits, and the things and the fights will go completely in a different way. Mastermind found Blazeman. Blazeman almost finished his Lincolns. They found Buck. Buck got a use. Buck is biting. Sonic is separating the DNZ from the fight. Boogie is going in. A lot of stuns. Low HP. They're killing the Queen of Pain. Disruptor ulti was a little bit out of place. There is a shrine. There's a shrine. Boogie is trapping the Mastermind with him. They're taking down the members there. Boogie is dying in a little bit of an unfortunate position. Mastermind got no way of surviving. Triple kill for the Skeeter, and they're trying to get down the Sonic. They got a vision on the DNZ. There's always Earn there, and the jabs did a lot. Maybe his ulti was not this kind of ultis who is taking down every single of the opponent, who is trapping them in the deadly ult, but his glimpses were amazing and won the fight for them. There was a buyback from the Magnus. They're trying to defend the high ground. They got a puck in the Magnus, and it's quite of enough to kill the creep wave. And here we see the situation where they taking a fight, making the Superior lose their gold, making them to buy back, threatening the high ground all the time, and then safely going back to farm. The Razor is going for the Shiva's gut, and it will be really hard to get out from him with the Shiva's gut right now. Also, they got the Disruptor. This one almost finished his Lincoln Sphere. If we will look at the net worth, the Penta are having not that big of an advantage, but quite of an advantage. 5k is a lot of gold. It's one big slot at least, really big slot. And here we saw a little bit of a tendency of a Saphira to... There was like a good fight, but fight over here made the things go back again. Dubs is going for the Blink again. That's a pretty interesting pickup for such a hero as a drop top. You will not see that much, but it is really good to keep himself in the safe distances from such hero as a PA who will be able to press him in a couple of hits. So he will be able to safely stand in trees or somewhere afar and wait for his golden moment to make a 5-man static storm. Blazemon is splitting, meanwhile he's not that scared. He got the Lincoln Sphere, he got the Yules against the Silence. He will be able to get out just in case. Also, they're kind of grouping up right now. They know that they are playing against the Nyx Assassin. They saw the Sonic. Sonic is snatching the Invis, but he didn't notice probably that there is a gem on the Night Stalker, and he's losing his life for the Invis rune. Meanwhile, the Saphira, they are trying to get the tower. They don't have that good of a tower kill possibility. And though they got the Desolator, a couple of hits, but they understand that they got their own base to defend. 9 bursted down the Skitter to the half of the HP, and it's a really dangerous HP to be on against the PA lineup. They're also weaved and their armor is slowly going down. They're already also in a really dangerous position, even though Magnus was already dead. It's still hard to deal with the superior high ground defense where the creeps are dying super fast, and Skitter was a little bit too cocky, he was a little bit too deep, and he was too close to death, though he finished his Shiva's God, and he is going to build an MKB, and the life for a PA will be much harder with the Razor with an insane amount of damage, who will take all her damage and turn it against her. Here comes the smoke. Mastermind is going forward. He is trying to find at least someone, but Boogie is standing in the position and the Penta are ready to fight back. They're placing the water in order to get the Mastermind if he will come to the wrong neighborhood. Boogie is checking where everyone are with his rocket. He saw the Superior and double damage on the PA. That's a serious argument for the victory. They fast bursted down the Queen of Pain with the RP. Mambas is popping up the BKB. He bashed the Disruptor. Boogie is going in. He's losing all his damage on the PA. Skitter is getting a lot. Lopes is trying to get away. Mambas got glimpsed back in. Jabs is going down. Mambas is trying to get away, even though he's losing a lot of his damage. He's still able to do things. It's a very long fight and the Mambas is surviving, even though he should have been probably dead. But with the RP on the Queen of Pain, which completely wiped her off in 2 seconds, was a really game-changing thing. They are backing off and they deciding that this is a time for Roche to secure their victory in the fight, and the bashing the PA actually did quite a bit in this fight. And that's where the Panther really need to think about how to deal with this PA Magnus combo. Boogie tried to zone out everyone with the cogs, but it didn't really work out because their supports and the Queen of Pain gunned down in a couple of seconds with a couple of hits of the PA, and that's how this hero work. Yet they are always keeping the sides outpushed, so Superior can't really go out and farm. They can't really go in, and they always need to defend their own base. Probably Puck is going to go for the Boots of Travel pretty fast because he really needs to deal with all these things, and he's really good at out pushing right now. Queen of Pain is going for the BKB. The question is, yes, like, yeah, it will give him a little bit of the survivability, will give him a little bit of a stats, but if he will be RP'd like this time, probably the BKB won't be a solution, but I guess nothing will be as a solution when you're being chased down by 5 heroes, and there is a lot of focus damage. There is PA jumping on you with the Desolator, when there is Buck with the Dagon who's bursting you down. Nobody will probably survive this. The Mastermind is popping out the the Magnus with the Shadow Blade, which will probably be not a surprise for the Penta, because they already got a lot of wards, and here they may get into the serious trouble. Boogie found the Dazzle. He tried to kill him, but Puck is separating them pretty well. The Blazeman is already taking down. He's popping the Invis and he's taking down the Magnus. Meanwhile, the Puck is trying to get away, but there was a really good clogs by Boogie. They gave a little bit of a time. He mistimed things a little bit. Is Puck able to survive? His orb ended a little bit too early, and probably that would have been a successful juking move, but it sadly didn't work out. And here we're seeing like how different things are going, and if the Superior is being able to burst down the Quop or anyone really fast with all their spells, the Penta are quite of a harmless for them. But when the situation is going another way, when the Quop is still alive, they're having really big issues. Mastermind picked up the Aghanims for the high ground defense. The PA is defending things with the daggers too, and here we see Penta really cracking their teeth on the towers. But as we've seen in the situation with the double dimension, they got a Treant Protector to defend their high ground, and this kind of a thing, this damage will never be restored, and slowly but surely towers will go down, and there is no way to keep them alive unless they will just try to fight out of the base. Mamba still got an Aegis. Penta found this Sapphira. Probably they will be more careful. They also got the Aghanims and the gem on the Night Stalker. He definitely saw the Mastermind. He saw the vision which the Sonic placed. And here comes the tier 2 tower. They're going back. They got their time to farm a bit. The Abyssal pickup is a really good thing for the members. Now they got even more possibilities to burst someone down, but the Queen of Pain got her Lincolns, so probably they will either need to pray for the good RP or for some bashes. Magnus is here. They found them, and probably the fight is coming here. Soon. Now both teams decided to back off a little bit. Both are scared of each other, and they both got all the resources to fight. Kira is trying to kill the creeps before they reach the high ground. And now the Sapphire got the time to farm around a little bit. Probably take the Ancients. I'm afraid, Dazzle, that these Ancients are a little bit stronger than you. And here the Penta are cracking their minds, and they are trying to understand what they are going to do. They are really scared to go out, because any kind of a hero will be bursted down really fast. Clockwork finished his Solar Crest, and it may be a really good advantage when PA is jumping someone, but it still doesn't help against the magical damage from the Puck, who finally almost finished his Dagon. The Aegis is gone, and now Sapphira won't be that confident in their own actions. So as we can notice, the teams are saving up their money for the buyback, because things can go pretty unfortunate for the both teams right now. The core positions are having pretty much the same amount of farm. The things are going like pretty even right now, as we can see. There is not that much of a difference. Baseman yet keeping on pushing out the things. You see the DNZ, who may be in a dangerous position. They're trying to take down Jabs really fast. Here comes the RP on the DNZ. And Penta got instantly punished for separating one from another. 50 seconds without the buyback on the Disruptor, and Disruptor was kind of a hero who did quite a lot with his ulti. Buck is tipping back. Probably they will want to take down the Blazemon. They see him. There's a 4-staff, but he got Heals, he got the Lincolns. Mambos ignored him completely. Blazemon is checking the Roche. Both teams really want to get a Roche soon. Will the Skitter get the... Will he get the MKB as soon as he will have his money, or... Yes, he realizes that he needs to take down the PA, and with the MKB it will be much easier. Much easier. Buck is going for the Aghanims, and as we already saw many times with Buck with Aghanims, even against the BKBs, and especially with the such a right clicker as the PA who relies on people being constantly in place. Aghanims on the Buck is a really good pickup, but it's a really long, and will take quite a bit of a time to get his Aghanims finally, but soon he will probably go for the gold per minute talent. Penta is seeking for some kind of an easy kills, but both teams are understanding that there is no way they should separate right now, and there's just holding each other's hands, keeping S5 and not letting anyone die. Here comes the another smoke from the Sapphira, and probably they're going to find each other and burst. Probably the Dazzle down. Dazzle was a little bit afar. Boogie is checking things, and both teams can't find each other. They're playing their all 11th game, chasing people down. Here is popping the ulti, popping his BKB, and sucking all the damage from the Mambas. He's going in, he got an MKB. Boogie is going on the Dazzle and bursting him down really fast. There is no way for the Mambas, and there is a 3-man RP. It's a great possibility for the Mambas, but he's being instantly ulted. Will he be able to burst down really low HP on everyone from the Penta Esports? They are managing to kill the PA, but the Skitter was killed by the Puck. Puck is trying to get away. He's trying to get away, and he is being chased down by the Clockwork, who is going for the Bloodthorn. He's really having a lot of free money right now. Boogie is that kind of a guy who gets a lot of money right now. The Luft, he got even no possibility to TP out, and he's dying without the buyback, yet the Mastermind managed to survive this bloodbath. And he's going for the Lotus Orb, which will be a pretty good pickup against the Bloodthorn on the Clockwork. Penta are really praying for the Roche. There is no RP right now, and if the Roche will appear soon, they will get a very good possibility to take it down really fast. There is a gem on the Queen of Pain. She picked it up after the Night Stalker died. Probably she is going to take some interesting kind of item, probably even maybe Hex. I think that the more lockdown you get against the PA, the better. Also the Hex is giving her a little bit of a stats. Night Stalker got a Blink Dagger to initiate even faster. They got a huge vision advantage. Sonic got his full stuff finally, but he's not farming that fast as probably he wanted to. The Boogie is not afraid of anything. He got nothing to be afraid of, to be honest. He's dodging the stun from the Nyx, but he is being knocked down by the one-hit crit by the Mambas on the jabs, and they are busting down the Boogie and the Disruptor. Blazemon is in a little bit of an unfortunate position. Skitter is going in, he's getting, and Monkey came by. There's still a shrine. The Sapphira trying to get to the shrine, but Mambo is getting really low on the HP, and the Luft was silenced. He didn't manage to do anything. He didn't manage to the grave, and that was a bloodbath from the side of the Penta again, and they keep on chasing the Mastermind. Will it be a -5? The DNZ got the gem, and there is no way he will let the Mastermind go. Mastermind got no resources, he got the Lotus Orb, but he got no mana. There is a blink dagger on the Nightstalker. Buck is buying back in order to defend at least something, and the Mastermind is going down. There is also buyback on the PA, and here we see the same situation. They baited the buybacks, and now they're going for the Roche to secure their victory. I actually feel really sorry for the Jabs, who is trying to get at least someone, but he is a position 5 disruptor who is not getting much, and he's being one-shot by the PA all the time. 9 is tipping on the Shrine. He sees that they are going for the Roche. There is an RP up, there is no buyback on the PA, and the fight, which will go a little bit wrong, may end up into losing the game. 9 decided not to pick up anyone. They got no Shrine. And they got no Shrine for a really long amount of time, but they are popping the smoke, and they know that there is no buybacks on 2 core heroes. Will they try to pick them off first? Peter is going first. Boogie is initiating on the Magnus immediately. He is silencing him. They really need to take him down. And they managed also, Blazeman managed to take the Luft down, and now their Roche is secured. There is no buyback on the Magnus, and they can't contest for the Roche. The vision advantage which the Penta is having, and the heavy burst from the Queen of Pain, and the instant initiations from the Boogie, who is always choosing the right targets, is doing its dirty deed. There is the cheese on the Skitter, and the Aegis on the Queen of Pain. And they still got the pack, but they got no buyback on him, neither buyback on a PA. Difference in net worth is getting more and more drastic here. Probably we got a feeling that the Sapphire gets a little bit of a comeback, but Penta proved that they are the kings of this map again, and Sapphire is having a real big issues right now. He is going also for the MKB in order not to miss with the Solar Crest, and in order to get a little bit more of a raw damage, which will be really helpful for him. Quad finished her Hex, and that's quite over serious things right now. Both teams are waiting in the position, but the Phantom Assassin is a little bit too far right now, and the TP will take time. Yet Penta are not in a hurry. Bob is going to push out the things a little bit to keep even more pressure on the Sapphire. Mambas is trying to push things out. Skitter is clearing out the creeps. There is a minus armor, 2-man RP, and immediate reaction from the Jabs. What a great thing, but still Mambas is destroying everyone with one single crit. They wiped off almost the whole Penta team. That was completely unexpected. What a great move from the Magnus. What a great and important RP. And here, all this 10k advantage they have right now almost got nothing. As we can see, the amount of the burst damage with the PA and with the RP just did a dirty deed, and the things really changed right now. Things got really changed, but it feels like there is no buyback. There is only buyback on the Nightstalker, and the Nightstalker have to buyback. And here we're playing the same careful game of who will crack the high ground first. The first thing the Penta did, they took the tower, yes, but the Rexes are still standing, so the Sapphire don't have an issue of the constantly pushed in lanes by the creeps. And now things are getting really, really tough. It feels like for the people who are betting their money right now, they're having all this emotional roller coaster from Oh yes, easy money too. Oh my god. How can they do that? Why are they throwing 1K team? But understand me right, these guys, they really want to win, and they're playing under a lot of pressure right now. And probably if you got a more clear idea than me who will win right now, you may go to the XBet and make a bet there. You may have 100 euro for free there with the code BOUNTYX activated. And if you think that you know Dota quite well and you know who will win this game, go on the XBet and get an easy money there. Here's the smoke coming from the PENTA. PENTA lost a lot of the buybacks, and here is the Jolly double damage rune, which is appearing all the time, every single game here. Meanwhile, Saphira really understand that there is no way they're going show their nose out of the base. They're feeling quite safe, and the only way the PENTA can go is the lower barracks. Probably they will try to do something. They're really scared. They know that they're here. Instant hacks, and they're trying to save the Luft, but Luft got bursted down. Quop is going down. She got in Aegis. The Abyssal was used on the Quop. There is no Abyssal for the 30, and they still got an Aegis. They're going back. They took down only the Luft. They lost the Aegis, and they're going back, but there is no way they can get the anything right now because creeps are too far. But the creep wave, which is here, is pretty damn huge, and with the Boogie's help, the Radiant creeps are losing this, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting to things to come to them. We need 1 minute as well. The pressure is really high right now, it feels like, and the both teams need a little bit of a chill. There is a really high tempo of the game going on right now, and the problem about such kind of a pauses is that the teams are losing their tempo, and for some teams it's a possibility to chill, but some teams which are in a really hyped mood, they're losing this fire they got in their eyes, and the things may go really ugly. Let's see how the pause will affect the teams. They got a chill time right now to discuss what are they going to do, because both teams got a lot of the issues right now, and they got no buybacks. And one fight which will go wrong will decide the whole game. Yet, as we can see, the creeps are also pretty close for the Diabas, so as for the Radiant ones. Peter got the Aghanims in his backpack. Probably he expected to use his cheese and then quickly change down things. Boogie almost on his halfway to the platform. The teams are really impatient. There is a gem from the Dazzle laying in the base. The things are really hard right now, and the issue is that while the PENTA got the possibility to farm the map over here, Skitter is just chilling here, taking all the camps and not being really afraid of being chased by anyone. Nick's got his Lotus up, and he is really scared. As soon as the flare came, he instantly blinked away, but they really need to deal with these creeps who are now pushing the lanes pretty hard. If we will take a look at the net worth, both the Dazzle and the Disruptor in the same sad position, because Dazzle is constantly being wiped out by the Queen of Pain with the Hex, who is just jumping in, and the Disruptor have to deal with the PA but now he got a Ghost Scepter to protect himself from a lot of the physical damage which is coming from the PA, yet still there is a puck with the Refop Aghanims and the Dagon 5, and that's a real big issue. That's a lot of magical damage coming in, and that's why the Blink Dagger was quite of a wise pickup. Yet, as we saw in the couple of the moments, the Blink Dagger on the Disruptor didn't really help him much. And now it feels like the teams are just finishing their items. The Clockwork is going for the shotgun and the Bloodthorn, and the shotgun actually is quite good if the one of the teammates will be trapped against the PA 101, and he will be able to save somewhat. But also the issue is that the wrong usage of the shotgun may result into Puck wiping off his teammate even faster than the PA would have done it. Boogie is constantly keeping the lanes pushed in. He's constantly trying to kill the creeps. The Sapphira don't have this ability to freely push out the lanes over the distance, only on the small distances with the puck ops and probably stuns from the Nexus they are doing all the time right now. PENTA got no time to hurry. They got a lot of the space right now. DNZ decides to finally take down the shrine. Yeah, guys, maybe that's the time, but he's really scared that someone will come, and there is also the day coming. He doesn't have this advantage of the night vision, but soon the shrine will go down, and Sapphira, they are really trapped on their part of the map. They have to man up, and the Mambos is deciding to go for the full YOLO. He's going for the Sacred Relic, and he is going to build the Rapier, and here's the haste for easy chasing, and there is also the Roche. The Roche is going to go down really fast, but Boogie did it just in time. He knows that the Sapphira tried to get the Roche, that they just entered there. Jabs is warding around. He needs to see where the Sapphira is. Mambos is still smoked. And here Blazeman may have really big issues. He's popping his BKB and he starts to hit the PA. Hasted PA is getting away. Jabs meanwhile tried to catch the 9, but the things were a little bit slow. The Mastermind is trying to catch someone. And there is a lost BKB on the PA, no ulti on the Disruptor. And there is a really big reasoning right now for the PENTA to not fight into the Roche pit against the Magnus and the Puck, but there is not much of a choice they have. Boogie is checking the Roche. Roche will go down really fast. Mambas is still trying to take it down. Here comes the RP. RP was not used, but the Mastermind got in really fast, and the Nyx was in 2-man RP, and the Mambas is wiping off the Boogie. The Boogie who finished his Bloodthorn got no buyback right now for 100 seconds. Basemon is trying to take as many creeps as possible. The Luft is chasing him, and that's kind of a strange thing. He may have risked to die with the Hex, but the Blazemon is tipping out for the safety, and Mambos is finishing his Roche with the Magnus. And with the Aegis, there is a really good reason to pick up the Rapier if you really want to do this. There is a little bit more safety that the things will work out. Here we saw 9 and the Queen of Pain being really scared of each other, and they are just trading their ways, and the Riser is buyback. They got no RP, but they got Aegis and a Chase. And Towers are losing a lot of health very, very fast. Here comes the Glyph. They got no Glyph. 34 seconds to the Boogie getting up. Mastermind is in the position. 30 seconds to the RP, but no mana on Magnus at all. He got only mana for constantly empowering the Mambas. And it feels like the PENTA are not able to defend their Rexes right now. and Sapphira are getting away. The Blazeman is standing in the jungle. Probably he wanted to pick off this someone. They want to take the tower now. Is still manning up. 5 manning. In order not to be picked off by anyone, Boogie is up. Tower on the bottom fell. Mastermind gun in, he is initiating on the Razor, and Razor being wiped off immediately. He ate the cheese, and cheese is really helping him. He's being stunned again. The Mastermind is trying to get away. Jobs is surviving with the Gold Scepter. The Luft is really bit too far, and he was silent. Mastermind is dying. The Phantom Assassin got no damage at all. He still got the cheese. They are wiping off everyone except for the PA. PA is being hexed, and there is no way anyone can help them, and all the Magnus could do is to get out and save his own life. That was a really good thing done by the PENTA, and it was this cheese which was laying here instead of the Aghanim Scepter for an insanely long time. Right now made a complete turn into the PENTA's destiny, because if this cheese would have eaten a little bit before, if the Razor kept it in the backpack, probably the game would have been completely different. He got no buyback. He got no buyback right now. And the whole Sapphire team got the buybacks. Mastermind is buying back also. Buck already bought back.
Once upon a time, Radiant denied their middle tower.
The tower on mid was denied by the Buck. Here comes the detection for the Magnus and the Nyx. They still see that the PA don't want to buy back, and they really want to force this buyback. Blazeman is standing in front. He got a BKB, he got a Lincoln Sphere. Mastermind is going in. He's being caught. And there is a huge burst going in. The Jabs is making an amazing ulti, but he didn't manage to save the Queen of Pain, and they are taking him with the Wop. The Basil had to buy back, though he felt like the fight may continue. He didn't believe that his team will be able to take this fight without him, and now he used his buyback. Also, Quop got a buyback herself. She was a little bit too far with the help of the Magnus. Actually, Magnus is doing pretty sick RPs and the empowers in this game. And they found the Boogie. Boogie got a haste. Boogie is getting out. They thought that it is the Night Stalker, the Abysso is not available for 30 seconds, though it is 40 seconds without the Disruptor, and yet they are scared. Mastermind tried to get the Razor, or someone at least, in order to bust them down really fast. Didn't really work out, and now probably the Quop won't even have to buy back, and PA got no choice but to farm another buyback. Probably, I don't believe that she will go for the rapier and fast, and they decide to at least satisfy themselves with the taking down the shrines. They can do it quite freely. There is still no Quop, no Disruptor, and they won't go in without these two important heroes. And this will be the game-changing item for the Disruptor, but the issue is that he is not having much money, and he is being wiped off almost every single fight, and getting the Aghanims for the Jabs, it seems like a job which cannot be done almost at all. The Quop got double second boots of travel. She can TP into every single fight which is happening on any part of the map, and he's going for the Bloodthorn. PA made a rapier, and that's a full YOLO time for the Sapphira. Either great RP or nothing. They're trying to take down the Jabs. Jabs is being stunned and he is being wiped off. There is no Jabs. There will be no Disruptor in this fight. The PA almost died in this fight. The Mastermind is being chased down by the Boogie. There is cheese was eaten by the Mambas, but there is so much damage going in. They lost the rapier on the Mambas. There is no buyback on their Mambas. There is a GG. This YOLO play was really, really cocky. They believed that they got no other choice, but the PENTA managed to survive through this. And the first map is going in favor for the PENTA spots. Thanks everyone. by the PENTA defense, and the desperate attack just killed itself even without starting. Team Sapphire now picking up the clockwork. We saw the Boogie playing the clockwork in the previous game, and this clockwork was quite wealthy and did a lot. We must admit that the clockwork did a lot, especially with the Bloodthought, and as soon as he picked up Aghanims, he became a really dangerous opponent. Team Sapphire also getting rid of the strong dual offlanes. They are getting rid of the Doxy and the Treant, who can be a real big issue. And PENTA are trusting in their Quap and they're picking her up again, yet they're getting rid of the Morphling and the Coddle. And let's see what they will pick up as the second pick. Probably we will also see the Razor in this game, though maybe we also will see the Jakiro, because these kind of the heroes who became really popular nowadays, even though they didn't become the over buffed, they didn't get anything completely new which changes them so much, but yet the Jakiro and the Razor are two heroes who are working no matter what, especially and in the mid game. And as we already see, as soon as you're getting the right click and the Razor against you, there is a really low chances of winning. In this ProDotA series, we saw Razor a really big amount of times that people don't really want to ban it. They either take it or give it away, and most of the games were actually won with the Razor. PENTA spots going for the Ogre Magi. That's that kind of a position for who is always was popular because of the Bloodlust. He's really good at the roaming. He can bully out the mid laner and any kind of a support who will try to help him easily. Probably we will see some kind of a really strong right clicker on the side of the PENTA. Probably they won't go for the Razor this time, yet the Team Sapphire are going for the same kind of a tactics. They still trust in their Magnus, and we must admit that the Magnus worked out really well. There were many really good skewers and really good RPs. And even though it was a position for Magnus, which is kind of a nonsense and something a little bit out of this world, it still worked out in his good way. But it was just not enough to win the game, sadly. And they're getting rid of the Disruptor also, which made a lot of troubles for them in the previous game. And PENTA Sports are getting rid of the Terrorblade and the Lina. We saw Lina several times in the series also. It's a really strong kind of a mid lane, and probably it may be on the same conditions with the Quap in the mid, plus we saw the Linas who were shut down pretty hardly in the mid lane. We saw the Undershock playing the Lina in the previous matchup of the M19 and the Double Dimension, and even though he was shut down pretty hard, the Lina still got the possibility to go to the jungle, to split push, to get her farm at least somewhere. And this kind of a hero who can both deals a lot of magical damage and can burst people down easily, with the Magnus turns actually into a complete slaughtering machine with her insane right clicks, especially with the Empower. And in the beginning, when she got quite of a high range and quite of a high attack, she may deal a lot of the damage with her right clicks with the Empower from the Magnus. The PENTA Spots are picking up the Warlock. It is kind of a good hero still. We saw him several times and it's quite popular, especially with the golems. It grants the good sustain, and with the Queen of Pain, I guess, and the bones from the Warlock, it may be a lot of a damage going in. Also, Warlock is good for stopping 5-man lineups, and Magnus is one of the heroes who probably prefers the 5-man lineups itself. We will see him on the position 4 most likely, though he may change his positions with the Clockwork, but as far as I understand, the it is kind of a signature for the Sonic to play his Magnus position for. Probably right now we will see the second support. The Penta already revealed they're both supports. And we're seeing Jakiro, as I've already said, that's kind of a good hero who is always there, who is working perfectly fine. Plus, it may be quite good to work with the cogs and to work with the RP and the Macropie and the Ice Path to keep people in place as much as possible. And will they go for the PA again? That's the question, because they still got the Queen of Pain against them, who was bursting down Mambas all the time. Really hard. There's also the Ogre Magi with his stun, there's a Warlock with the Golems, and now we're seeing the Lycan, and the Lycan makes this team even more sustainable, even more tanky with his buff, especially over the night, and the push potential and the split push potential is getting quite sick for the Penta sports. It's quite interesting with what the Team Saphira may answer. They got the Shockwave to deal with the creeps, they got the Jakiro to probably deal with the push, but with the Bloodlust and with the Lycan with his wolves and his right clicks, the dealing with the split push and push, the simple push, may be quite hard. Most likely we will see some kind of a mid laner right now. Probably they will keep their thoughts about the carry player, carry hero for a little bit later for the 5th pick. But they already see everything for the Penta spots, and they just need to somehow guess against what are they going to stand on the offlane. They're picking up the Puck, who is a great team fighter. Probably they are still going for the massive right clicker themselves, someone like Puck or Ursa. There is still a Juggernaut there, and probably we will see the double offlane with the Ogre Magi, because Lycan and Warlock, together they are not feeling that kind of a bad against even against the Clockwork. They don't need that much of a help, and Ogre can put a lot of the pressure on the offlane. They got 1 minute to decide whom are they going to ban out, whom they are afraid of. Yet I see the Penta spots lineup as a quite strong one, yet they are probably afraid of the right clickers. I'm not sure if they will try to ban out something like a PA, which was working for the Saphira in the previous map, because she can be pretty easily wiped off, and now these heroes are quite hard to burst down. The pick is a little bit more tanky all in all. So probably B is not a choice, and they banned the Juggernaut. Juggernaut is always a good pickup with the Magnus. He is quite sustainable on the easy lane too. He got the healing ward, and he got the ability to deal with unpleasant offlaners. He's not that vulnerable also with his Q spell.
5 seconds remaining.
Probably Saphira will ban out some kind of a interesting offlaner, yet probably I think, yeah, they're getting rid of the Night Stalker, who is giving a huge vision advantage for the Penta spots. And actually it feels like the Night Stalker and Lycan are creating quite of an interesting combo with the increased buff on the HP and the damage, and while Lycan is constantly having the buff of the buff on the HP and on the attack, both during the day and during the night, while during the night it is much stronger of a buff, and with the Night Stalker, with the constant night, it will be much harder to beat Penta down. We'll see what Team Saphira is going for. They got a lot of the doubts about what's going on, it feels like.
5 seconds remaining.
They need some kind of a right clicker. Will be able to deal with all of this, and going for the old trustworthy troll. And here comes the Batrider. That's why there was a ban of the Juggernaut, most likely, because Juggernaut would be able to deal with the Batrider solo. And now we will see how the Saphira will be able to deal with the PENTA spots light up.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBet.
And traditionally in the game is starting with a pause. We already see two smokes. The Sonic is still playing his trustworthy Magnus. He still believes that this can work out. Mastermind is going to be an offlaner as a clockwork. And both Jakir and Magnus got the TPs. Magnus will be ready to cliff someone. As the good targets, there is still a Warlock, there is still a Lycan who aren't able to get away. And as we've seen in the previous matchup, there was a Night Stalker who simply used his third skill and just ran away from the cliff. And Sonic suffered from his own graceful skewer. So things will be probably better for them right now. The previous game was really tough. It was 1 hour game with a lot of the swings, with a lot of the really tough fights. The things were going one way or another constantly, and probably this game won't be one-sided at all. Both teams are really dedicated and they are really believing in what they're doing, even though probably a lot of people didn't like the rapier pickup. And on the PA, yep, that was the play which he probably thought was the best for this, and he saw no way of winning otherwise. And while we're having the pause, you still have the time to use the XBet and bet on the one of the teams which you favor more. If you got the belief that either Penta or Saphira are going to win this game, please go on the XBet and bet your money there. And if you know Dota better than everyone, then it's gonna be the easy and safe money for you. Personally, I really don't have any clue right now. The teams seem quite even for me, and I don't really know whom I even favor more right now. Probably I still favor the old Triceworthy, the Warlock and the Ogre, because personally for me the Magnus position 4 is something so brand new, which I haven't seen ever before, and that's quite interesting that the teams are creating something which people didn't do before and making it their jokers in their cards. The Luft saw the Boogie probably placing his ward. He got a sentry. Luft doesn't have a sentry, so but he still knows he doesn't have enough money to buy it. They're pinging here. They probably know where the ward is. On top, they're not bothered as much. Boogie's checking out things. Clockwork is going in here. His boogie is a little bit deep, it feels like, yet Mastermind let him go. He understands that there's quite a bit of a people going on here. A little bit too much. So it feels that the Magnus will finally go the offlane, and we will see the position for Clockwork. I actually didn't notice it at first completely because we saw the Magnus having a completely different kind of item built in the previous game, in the previous minutes, but then he changed it completely, and the ability to have variety in the picks and the lineups is really cool. He's bullying out the he's bullying out the jabs and the skitter out of the lane. Yet I don't think that the Lycan will have much issues against the Magnus, but as soon as he will have his Empower, probably for the melee kind of hero it may be a little bit troublesome to stand against him. Here comes the Ogre Magic. He got the his W, and 9 got an orb. He got no way of dodging it. He's trying to farm with the orbs, but the Ogre Magi with the stout shield and with a lot of HP and a lot of armor has really no fear. Jabs is trying to bully out the Sonic out of the lane. He's trying to hide in the trees. They're playing hide and seek. Finally, Jabs lets him go. He really wants to pull the Sonic. Probably wanted to interrupt the pull. Yeah, he interrupts the stack itself. Meanwhile, 9 is suffering in the mid lane. Ogre doesn't really care. He doesn't have anything to do right now on the map. He's not needed top. He's not needed bottom. And the Mastermind is staying on the position where he may go on the Batrider, but the Boogie is being really careful right now. You got a Boots, and there is not much of a chance that the Mastermind will be able to catch him up. 9 is suffering double in mid. Probably that's the one of the worst dual mid lanes I've seen, because when you have to deal against two dots in the mid lane, it's really bothersome. Mastermind got all of the stacks, but he let him go. And with the rotations of the Luft, actually the Sonic managed to kill Jabs. I was too busy feeling bad for the Puck who is suffering in the mid lane, but now he got a phase shift, so probably things are going to be better. Mastermind is going in. He's trying to trade, but he got no stout shield. There is Luft also with the double damage coming in. Blazeman got a blink, but the Mastermind is suffering too much, yet he's being denied. What a nice move from the 9, yet 9 is having issues. He doesn't he had a Fairy Fire, not just the hit, and now he's going for the DNZ. Jabs is following him, and it feels like he needs to deny himself to the crypt. He dodged and denies. What a nice play from the 9. What a great play, and the Jabs is dying here. He got no way of escaping. Mastermind came back and took what his thinks is his. The Mumbus is not having that much of an issue, it feels like, against the Batrider, yet the Lycan is having a complete free farm right now. And there is a bloodbath in the mid lane. There is no mana on the Quap. He got no regeneration. He finally brought his bottom. Maybe things will go a little bit better for him. Mastermind is bullying out everyone on the map right now. Batrider is finally coming back on his lane. Meanwhile, the DNZ is trying to get a little bit of a farm right now. The Mastermind is bullying the Jabs. Jazz is popping up his regen. He also got the hole from the Lycan, and I think it won't be enough damage. He safely goes under the tower. The Sonic tried to use the Sonic Wave to Shockwave to deal a little bit more damage, but he missed it, unfortunately. Mid lane looks a little bit one-sided with it. We shouldn't forget that there was a lot of rotations from the Ogre, and Ogre was chilling on the mid all the time, so it was really tough for the Puck to do anything. Yet he loses a lot of creeps. Queen of Pain got almost double the amount on the creeps he got. He didn't die once. Ogre Magi actually already having level 4, and it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot, and Blazeman gets a Regen Rune, and that's really good. He's only level 4 because he had to share his XP with the Ogre Magic all the time. So he's level 3 while the Magnus is also level 3. The offlanes are going quite on the even side. Peter is kicking Mastermind out of the lane. And now they're diving the Mambas, and nobody can really help him, even though Luft to try to do something, he really needs to just get out, and that was not far TP, I must admit. Though he doesn't really need anything, the mana will regen over time. He got a pretty decent mana regen, and the Sonic is coming on the lane. Probably they want to try to do something, but that's not much they can do. Mind gets vision. And they're going on the Luft. Luft got no way of escaping right now. He doesn't have a TP, and he got stuck in an unfortunate position. And even though he got a bot, there was too much slow with the Napalm and with the burn from the Ogre Magi. Even though Jakiro is kind of a tanky support, there is not much he can do against so much damage. He doesn't have a stick yet. He is quite of a poor support right now, and he's surviving through a lot of issues right now. The Quop is kind of free farming. She's having a really good time right now, while the Puck is not level 6 even yet. Skita is zoning out the Sonic. Well, got no items at all. He doesn't even have a Boots. Skiter is chasing the Sonic. He got a shapeshift. Sonic is taking the position where he can skewer off and TP out. Oh, that was really close from the creep side, though. That would have resulted in the suicide. Mastermind is trying to deal with the two guys in the same time, but I'm afraid it's a little bit cocky from his side. He can't really do much, but the Mambas is coming in, and it's a really good damage coming from the Troll. Even though Ogre is quite tanky, he's still losing a lot of the health. They're trying to deal with the Luft, and Luft is being stuck in a position he don't want to be again, and that's the second end for the Luft. The Boogie is being stuck in the cogs. Blazeman, meanwhile, takes the life of the Mastermind. Buck came to help with the coil. He got no orb yet. Probably Jabs is going to die here, but the Boogie is going to survive, and it's quite of an arcade trade because trading the position 5 support and letting the offlaner live, especially such kind of a offlaner as a Batrider who really counts on having early Blink Dagger or any kind of early item, while the Warlock really needs just his ulti. Well, probably Boots, but I guess by minute even 8 or 10 we will see the Boots on the Warlock. Meanwhile, the Blazeman with the ulti took down the 9. Probably he noticed that he got no orb and just busted him down really fast. Unfortunately, that's how the kills with the Queen of Pain go, and you not really got much to do. Sonic still doesn't have his RP, and the RP probably could have changed a lot of things, yet he's on his halfway to the Blink Dagger, and that's where the things are mostly drastically changing, with the pickup on the Blink Dagger, on the Puck, and on the Magnus. They will have an insanely good initiation, especially with the Clock. The question is if they will have a decent follow-up, because of course, like Clock and the Magnus can go in, they can initiate. Yes, probably the Clockwork may burst down someone with a really low HP, but they need to Troll always be there, and we've seen a lot of the issues with the Trolls just farming the jungle, though it feels for me that the Mambas is that kind of a guy who is more on the fighting side all the time, so probably he will finish his Sanjin Yasha Vlads and try to fight with his team. It feels like they got not that much of a choice about what they should do. They need to probably try to 5-men take the fast Roche and take the towers, but they're playing against the Warlock, who punishes these 5-men pretty fast. And there is a word from the Saphira side. The supports took care of the things, and there was a smoke, and they probably saw it. I guess they know it. I guess they know that the smoke is there. They are taking the defensive position on the high ground. The Saphira knows that things are going on there. Sonic uses his first LP. And Blaze is Skitter. Oh, that was a very good ice bath just in time. The Skitter is being trapped on the high ground. Oh my god, the Sonic is just the king of the hills. Just look at this, how he's like hyping, running around, and they're bullying the poor Skitter, not letting him farm, not letting him die, not letting him do anything. What a mean guys, what a mean guys. And the Sonic takes his granted kill. What very not nice guy, the Sonic, but yes, his cliff kills are just amazing. I must admit, that's really good Magnus player, as we've seen, especially with the RPs and the in the previous game. Yet, is this cliff kills enough to beating the Penta? Even though they were all happening in the previous game, the Saphira didn't have, they were lacking something in order to beat the Penta, and the things turned really ugly. The members of the Penta are already on the bottom. There feels like the Saphira are giving up on their bottom town. They're not going to defend it. The Blazemon is feeling completely free to do whatever he wants. He got a region. Mamba's without mana, but he's going to... Mastermind's initiation. Double man cogs plus the puck initiation, and it feels like they're going to take the jabs down too. And there's not much he can do, and that was a really great rotation. The Blazemon, yet here he is alone with the Lycan. They're trying to chase someone. Probably they know that they won't be able to get the puck, so yet they're going for the troll kill. That was quite of a manly rotation, yet we must admit there was a really low HP, and 9 got no mana at all. He got no mana completely to roar out. It feels like he's going to die here too. Luft tried to save his teammate, and Blazemon is still on chasing. They still got the shrine, and will they even try to do something? Yeah, Mastermind is trying to take the cogs. The Blazemon is feeling like completely safe. It feels like there is nothing in the world what can beat them. Meanwhile, Boogie is bullying out the Magnus on the top lane, and Magnus already got his Blink Dagger, so he got the RP. And soon we may see a really beautiful RP. Probably they want to try to kill either Quop or the Lycan, and if we will take a look at the net worth, we will understand that the Quop is a little bit too far from the comfort net worth for the Saphira guys, and as we all know, Queen of Pain is that kind of a hero who can get out of the control quite easily. He's going for the Yule Scepter, obviously to get rid of the troll in some fights, also to dodge the silence, which is quite lethal for the Quop. Skid is going for the omelet, and now he's going for the Mom. That's one of the most popular builds, I guess, for the Lycan nowadays. And meanwhile, the Saphira are getting the top tower. Boogie's still trying to get his Blink Dagger. Probably he felt like he needs a little bit of more survivability and the movement speed, so he decided to go for the drums first. The Blazemon is standing in the position. He still got his ult. Probably they want to kill someone, but I guess they will either try to go for the big off, or they will try to go for the Roche. But first, and the most important thing when you're playing against the Warlock, probably you don't really want to fight in this, though both teams get a pretty good Roche pit fight lineups, especially with the Puck, Macropire, and the Magnus with the RP, so I feel like the Roche pit fights are a little bit in favor for the Sepha team, but it depends who initiates the fight, and they're going for the second tower. Here comes the ice path. Peter is burning, he's popping his ult. Here comes the ult. Mamba's initiating, the Skitter is trying to dodge everything. Clockwork is a little bit too far. Boogie makes a 2-man LP, but it was not enough. Blazemon taking down the Mastermind. They're chasing the clock, they're chasing the puck. They got no resources, unfortunately, to get the puck to. They're escaping, Skitter is surviving, and that was a great rotation, even though there was an RP. The Omelette toggling, it feels like, and the Queen of Pink being there just in time with the Warlock kill. Just put all the effort from the Sapphire team to the 0, and it feels like this tower is soon going to fall. The Sapphire got no RP to defend us. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're trying to kill the Quab. He is stunned, he is blinking out and tipping away. There is nothing they can do. Probably Mastermind could have made gas with the hook shot, but he already used his flare, and they got only level 6, and the cooldown on the hook shot is pretty big, so I guess he decided that it's not worth it. Yet they got the DNZ. DNZ is being dropped in Sonic. Sonic is getting the Ogre on his side of the cliff, and the Ogre is going down. This death traps with the cogs and with the skewers are actually quite sick, I must admit. Meanwhile, Boogie got no way of escaping. Pray for the badge, Mr. Members. And here comes the hook shot from the Mastermind, and they made a secure kill. That was really unfortunate for the Bat Rider. It felt like there was like a 0.1 second to do something. And they're thinking that it's time to try to take Roche and try to take the tower. Probably after the tower they will try to do something. There is a smoke on the Warlock. Blazemon took the tower. Meanwhile, the Members was bullied, and he is dying really fast. Even though Blazemon was trapped with the Mastermind, he still manages to take the troll, and the Skitter is going on the hunt. He is hunting down the Mastermind, and there was insane damage with the Omelette and the Mask of Madness. Probably he wanted to take the Luft too with him, but I guess it was a little bit too deep, and the Lycan got no shapeshift form anymore. He got no mana also, and that's quite a big of an issue. And he goes for the BKB, and the Lycan with the BKB, Mask of Madness and Omelette is turning into an unstoppable machine of the slaughter. He's really fast, he's hitting quite hard, especially with the Bloodlust. He's turning into pretty savage right click, as we can see. The Ogre Magi is going for the Urn in order to keep the things sustained, because they don't have the Bloods for the team sustain, it feels like. But also the Urn is really good to keep the Puck and the Magnus blink on the cooldown all the time, not letting them to jumping. Mastermind is being actually quite poor. He didn't have that much of possibilities for kills, and he died a lot. While the Bat Rider was jungling a lot, he finally got his Blink Dagger. Skitter is just coming to every single lane and bashing everyone as hard as he can. Boogie found a troll. He got the everything. He gets the Mambas, and this Skitter is biting the Mambas to death. He's trying to get away. Mastermind is trying to block the things away. He's trying to fight, but there is no way he can fight in this, and Mastermind in dying in this also. Meanwhile, the Luft was caught in the crossfire and unfortunately also died. They need some kind of a regen. Sonic is still here. He managed to blink out, but the Blazeman found him. He used the Scepter. He still got the ult, but he doesn't have a lot of the mana. But the Boogie with his Firefly, there is enough damage, and there is no creeps to deny himself. And the Sonic is also going down, and the things are also going down for the Saphira right now. Lycan is getting dangerously close to his BKB. He's 1.5k away from it right now. Buck is trying to keep the lanes out, push this tower. Is already losing a lot of health. Still, I'm waiting for the Roche fight, and the Boogie is already pointing out that here things should happen. The Roche is waiting for its destiny, and here we will probably see a smoke, I guess. The Sonic is also going for the Shadow Blade, which helped a lot. They are smoking behind the puck. They're probably trying to bait on the puck, yet the Quap is really far, but the Penta, they're really end up there 5-manning right now. The Penta DNZ is being so cocky. He really wanted this run, and the Boogie is getting the troll. He's baiting the troll away, but there is no one. There is no one to slaughter the troll. He's just separating him. The Massive Mind chopped the main damage dealers in the cogs, and Blazemon is slaughtering the Luft. That was an unfortunate fight for the Saphira. They're trying to get the Sonic, but Sonic is a smart guy. He gets Shadow Amulet, hides himself. And the question is, what will they do? It feels like they're just giving away the Roche because there is no way they can fight without the troll. And it was a really smart separation from the Boogie, how far he took the troll away. And that's actually quite interesting, because mostly you're expecting to target which is Lasso to be bursted down as fast as possible. The Queen of Pain and the Lycan, they put all their effort into busting down all the other rest, and here is the Sonic. He takes the Roshan, he takes the Aegis. He's trying to survive, and sadly, there is detection. He won't survive this, but what a brave move. Here comes the 9. Oh my god, the Sonic is managing to get out, yet he's being bursted down. He still got the Shadow Amulet. Buck is trying to protect him. The Blazemon is taking him with the Scream, and the Boogie is catching. He's catching the Mambas again. Mastermind is trapping the Ogre Magi again, but there is just not enough HP. The Blazemon, everything is burning down, just as the hopes of the Sapphire to do something. There is such a beautiful move from the Magnus. Yes, it was suicidal, but still, they didn't give away the Aegis. But was it worth to die as 4 after that? Probably they were hoping that they will be able to do something, but unfortunately it didn't happen. Every time the Boogie is targeting out the troll, getting him out of the fight, and they're not even killing him as fast. They are just killing the rest of the team, and here comes the GG call. There is a 22-minute game from the Saphira. They realize that they can't fight with it anymore. The victory for the Penta Sports. Great game, great plays, and thanks everyone who was with me through this